And that's what it is. So there's either you straight out film with somebody for like 3 hours, or you do individual episodes, and the individual ones are easier, but it takes more time. So probably go through, and maybe what this can be is this basically, as you said before, we'll get to know both of us and the history of our channels, because I'm pretty sure that no one really knows how you started.
Tell me about it.
And same here. It's like people see us now, but where did it start?
Yeah. A lot of people anyone who watches us will know about, Big Tony's Minecraft Quest or YOLO Craft or something like that, but 5-minute fights is not a common thing among our viewers.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. That was actually really interesting to hear about.
Rumor has it might be making a comeback soon.
Interesting.
Rumor has it.
Huh.
As in, it may be filmed and waiting for commentary.
Very cool. And then my whole plan is actually this weekend I was going to do a 24-hour game live stream on Twitch, Tweet TV for charity. Yeah. And then I found out that as long as I'm living here, I will never be able to do any live streaming because my internet needs to be at least 1.5 meg, and it's only 300K. So I was highly disappointed about that, because I was hoping, to self-promote and help out in charity, because I enjoy doing charity work very much. But that's one thing I can't do. So
I can give you an idea for that one. If you want to do a charity thing, using the Humble Bundle. Whatever you make off of those videos, you put it back into the charities for the Humble.
Oh, the Humble Bundles. I've already bought like 25 of them.
Well, just record a little LP of each game, and then whatever money you make off of those, you put it back into the Humble Bundle.
That's a pretty good idea. Yeah.
I wanted to do that, but, Big Tony's busy, and Dark Knight's a teacher and a student. So,
wow.
So he pulls off one a week, and I'm impressed he can do that. And Flo doesn't have any of his own recording equipment.
Oh, okay. So we gotta chill out and stuff. Yeah. What I'm building up towards is, I got Fraps. I'm gonna move to my PC, so I've got that covered. The headphones are good for sound, but I need to get a, like a mic that sits on the desk.
Because one of those I've been looking at.
Very cool. What is it? What brand is it?
Blue. I think it's called the Yeti.
Oh,
like
okay.
$70, $90 mic, something like that, and it's super good quality.
Yeah. And the thing is I have Logitech headphones, and they're kind of pricey. they're actually Logitech. They're the G series.
Yeah.
They're amazing for sound, and they're kind of pricey, but I'm going to be honest here, the microphone is not so good.
I understand.
So, I can keep the sound, and I'm hoping to invest in a microphone, because I'm moving from starting out, which was 2 years ago, to now kind of into, I would say, I'm not going to call it like no, it's not even professional. I don't want to call myself that, because that's a lie. I would say like the intermediate stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got so much to learn. I mean, I just recently have started adding thumbnails to mine, like in the past year. Before that, it'd just be the video, because I didn't have any program for it.
We try and get thumbnails on ours, but 7 days a week.
Definitely,
and
yeah.
Only one of us has actually got any kind of graphic degree, is the nice way to say it.
Right. So what program do you use for thumbnails?
Most of the time, I use. I actually screenshot a lot of videos, like my intro stuff, and repeat those. But I don't know. It's different things for different ones. Like the YOLO Craft thing, I just built a little thing in Minecraft and recorded it, took a screenshot, and used that as the thumbnail. Other things have different things,
Hey, that's pretty cool. That's really original. A lot of people have said that Paint Shop's good, but it's like $600. I mean, not Paint Shop, Photoshop CS6.
I may or may not have Photoshop and don't use it as much as I should.
Yeah, they said. I think someone told me it was like $600. So,
it is.
I got Paint.net, which is free, and it does minimal lettering and stuff, which I use for most of my thumbnails. Yeah. And then I can't really get into much of the details because people that are listening aren't partners, but you also probably have access to it. It's the Visio Catalyst.
Yeah.
And what that does is it enables you, or enables me to add, you know, the TGN side, like a thumbnail thing on the side.
Yeah.
And it basically, the Catalyst enables you to, if you are a broadband or TGN partner, for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, it gives you minimal tools for thumbnails and stuff. And it's a highly advanced program that I barely know how to use.
I know what you mean. I use a lot of my editing, like thumbnail editing, all that, it comes from my video editor. For whatever reason, my screen capper is also my primary video editor, which is really handy.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
But I don't know, I just like to use it because everything's all right there, and I can make decent enough thumbnails out of it.
Basically, the main thing that I like to use the Catalyst for is it automatically gives you tags to use in your videos, so you don't have to sit there. Yeah, you don't have to sit there for like forever and try to put tags in. And also, it tells you how much you've made for income.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how much I can talk about that, because I'm pretty sure that people that don't have it, I'm pretty sure that they're not supposed to know much about it. So I'm gonna have to stop there.
Let's give you the short form. If you get partnered with TGN, you'll get access to this really awesome thing called the Viso Catalyst. Viso, Vizio.
Yeah, and it's free to the people, but I've heard that it's pretty pricey if you want to get partnered with them if you're not with broadband or TGN.
Yeah.
So it's actually a really high-end program. And yeah. So that's that. I use like Paint.net and stuff, because let's face it, I'm not PewDiePie, and I can't spend an hour making one thumbnail. So
exactly.
I'm gonna have to use my dad's favorite term, which is best reasonable effort, and do what I can.
Gotta jerry-rig it.
He uses it way too much, but I'll have to use that this one time. So, moving on to the next one. What are your, let's say, top 3 most anticipated games of this year?
Well, I bet you could guess one off of my big-time Halo thing.
Oh, there hasn't been much on it, but that trailer looked good.
Destiny. I'm really excited for Destiny. Halo, it's not announced for this year yet, so I can't be, too excited yet. But
yeah. Destiny's
a big one. Infamous, my PlayStation
Second
4
Son.
will finally get some use.
Heck yeah.
And what's that other one? Evolve looks really cool. Being
Left 4
Dead guy
does.
myself.
Yeah, the Left 4 Dead team is actually building that. Yeah. Yeah, Destiny. Big game for coverage because it's got Bungie and 343 Studios working on it. So
no, 343 isn't on that one.
Oh, is it not?
No, 343 is the Halo group. Bungie's second.
The Halo group.
They work with Activision now.
Interesting. Okay, so that was my mistake then. Yeah.
All good.
And Evolve, I haven't read much into, but it looks really good and really nasty if you're against the aliens.
4v1.
Yep. And
if there's anyone I trust with asymmetrical multiplayer, it's Valve and BlackRock. Turtle Rock.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Turtle Rock, I think.
And what was it, the last one that you said?
I don't know if it's that last one. Oh, it was the Infamous.
Oh, Infamous. Yes. Playing the other 2 Infamous games, that was really good. And Infamous Second Son actually looks, really good. Being able to transfer the powers, or steal, I should say, from the other people and take them over. That thing got my attention.
Indeed.
Let's see. I have like 6 games that I know I want to buy, but I'll name my top 3. And my number 1 on top is Dark Souls 2.
I can't wait to see that one.
I very much enjoy Dark Souls, even though it didn't really get what it deserved, because it was never going to be made for PC, let's face it. And the petition, I think, was signed for like 14 million people. They all signed it. They wanted it for PC. So what they did is they shoved it and they platformed it. So basically they took all the controls from a console and they shoved them in there. So the game should be actually physically unplayable. So The controls are super bad. You have to learn how to do it. Graphic issues, tons of disconnections and everything. But other than that, it's an amazing game, and it's unforgiving. It's not like Limbo where you get pissed off and you have to do something one specific way. In Dark Souls, you can go about something either by finding a glitch or using a different weapon or something else.
Yeah, I've watched you battle that Dark Knight out of that cave.
Yes, that Dark Knight get under your skin, and that was actually the first Dark Knight that had like a spear / halberd, I guess that's what it was.
Yeah.
And if you've seen, have you seen the very early episodes of Dark Souls?
I think I watched like one of the first ones. That's about it.
There was a Dark Knight, I think, that I tried to battle in 3 episodes. He was the very first one that I got, and that's before I realized I could actually block with my shield. Because that's what shields are for. But
that sounds stupid, but I don't ever block either.
Yeah.
I like to hit really hard.
So, Dark Souls 2 is going to be actually made for PC, but it doesn't come out for 2 months until after the console version, which makes me a little bit mad. So, that comes out, they're saying May, and so I'm hoping to be done with Dark Souls to move to Dark Souls 2, and the Dark Souls will be a completed series to move to that. So that's the first one that's coming out, and it's like, it's taking huge steps, what the newer one looks like. Second is Dying Light.
Ooh, the one by the left Dead Island people.
Tritech Studios, I think it is, the ones that help make Dead Island. And what it is it's basically taking Mirror's Edge, Left 4 Dead, and Dead Island and putting them all together. So it's basically a parkour zombie game where you can climb up buildings and jump, climb up poles and everything. It's basically, have you played or seen Mirror's Edge?
Yeah.
That game, I love that game.
I've seen stuff for Dying Light, but for anyone who hasn't, I figured I'd let you continue.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was basically just covering it for everybody. I know that you probably know way more than I do on some of these.
Part of them I'm a little bit more knowledgeable, but that one, it looks cool. I wasn't a big fan of Dead Island's combat system, really.
Oh, I see. Concern. So basically, yeah, you'll have modified weapons and stuff. It looks like it's kind of in the whole beach setting, maybe. And on top of it, at night, it turns very, very deadly.
Oh, yes, it does.
They turn like, I think it's like they said a couple times stronger during the day, and they run and all these things, and it's really, it looks kind of freaky. The only thing that I have a complaint with is watching the trailer. It sounds like they've, I should say, recycled some of the sounds and dialogue from the Dead Island games.
Well, they've recycled that combat system, but
combat system and like the huge thing that's in there. It sounds like the straight jacket, like giant that was in Dead Island.
You can't complain about sounds too much. I mean, I've watched plenty of things where they have like a Minecraft ground crunching thing.
Oh yeah.
You'd be amazed how many of those things you pick up whenever you put some thought into being a game designer.
Right. And final, and this was my biggest disappointment when it was pushed to this year, is Watch Dogs.
I forgot about that one. Yes, that was what crushed my PlayStation 4 buying experience.
Yeah.
That was going to be my launch game.
I can understand that. I pre-ordered it, put money aside so I could get it in November 19th. Couldn't wait to pick it up. Be the same day I picked up Assassin's Creed 4. And then...
Now we're going to push it back.
Yeah. And you see, my thing there is... I did a whole conspiracy theory video on that. I can send that to you if I want. But to put it into a nutshell, number one, they could have pushed it back because it could have messed up sales with Assassin's Creed 4.
That's a really good thought.
Number two, like they said, it's not good enough, and I really respect Ubisoft for being up and really good with their, like, they haven't had a lot of things that have been a downfall for them in games in general, in my opinion.
Yeah. And
the last one is maybe they delayed it because perhaps, and this is a really big perhaps, maybe Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed are linked.
I could see that.
And the reason why is because in Assassin's Creed 4, you're playing an unnamed character. You're never addressed for what sex you are, so you don't know if you're male or female. And basically, you're never addressed. So you're playing an unnamed character. It's not Desmond.
Really?
So maybe it's Aiden. Maybe it's Aiden Pierce.
That would be cool.
That would be very interesting. But yeah, the conspiracy theory I think is like a 10-minute long video, and I'm not going to bring that back up to bore people. But that's one thing that I have on that. So, you know, if I have to wait until June for that game to come out, then I will.
As long as it's good.
Yeah, that's what everyone. Well, that's what a lot of people are saying. As long as it's good, then they'll accept that it was pushed back.
Right. I'd rather they push it back and make it good than, you know, what Gearbox did with Duke and just, no, we're going to get it out.
Or, I hate to name this, but Aliens Colonial Marines. Oh my gosh, that was horrible game. Yeah, it actually hurts to say the name. Yep. Hopefully their Isolation one, the new one that's coming out, can pick up where Colonial Marines kind of crush them. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of other stuff coming out, but those are my 3 anticipated games that are coming out this year.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good games coming.
Definitely.
Finally be a year where buying a next-gen console was worth it, hopefully.
Right, yeah. Or buying a $60 game in general is worth it.
Yeah, they tapered off a little bit toward the end of the last console.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. They tapered off in 2013 while they were preparing for 2014, hopefully.
Yeah. So, what is your, I can't even, my mind is like in different areas.
I got one big
What?
gaming achievement. Doesn't have to be an actual achievement, but like a big accomplishment in a game.
That I've done?
Yeah.
Let's think. What would it be? I would say over time, I put about 350 hours into Left 4 Dead. My biggest achievement was to get every single achievement in that game. And some of them are like really major. Like it takes a long time, or it's like, you know, hit a charger while it's charging someone, or it's all these difficult things. So to this day, I still only have 59 out of 70.
I feel you on that one. You actually stole my my Left 4 Dead. I got the Zombie Genocider. I think that's the one that is for that one.
Oh.
For Genocidist, because Genocider was in Dead Rising, and I got that one too. But yeah, I got Zombie Genocidist the hard way on Left 4 Dead 1.
Interesting. Yes. The hardest achievements to do on that are finish the campaigns on Expert, and one of them is take no damage.
Whew.
Yeah.
I had a funny story about one. The you know the one about Don't Get Healed?
Yes.
I had a really funny story about that one.
Go for it.
Mortal Enemy, who is one of my old semi-pro people, and well, no one's gonna know him besides me and anyone else in the group who knows him. That made no sense. Anyway, his brother, who's a bit of a jerk, we were playing Left 4 Dead just kind of casually, and we got to the ceiling, or the roof of No Mercy, and we got to the final part, and I'm like, wait a second, I haven't been healed. I'm not going to tell him, because if I tell him, he's going to heal me. So I hid in the closet and waited and managed to get the achievement, and he, to this day, has no idea that he was there when I got it.
So did you come out of the closet afterwards, or?
Well, I had to finish the level, but...
No. I mean, did you... It's like hypothetical. I like to pull that joke on people when they talk about Left 4 Dead in the closet.
Yeah.
So... yeah, that kind of died. That was my fault.
I know what you mean. Me being the quiet one and often outnumbered by other people in the group, I tend to be the butt of jokes.
Hey, that's don't even worry about that. I have a sister. I'll say
boss.
a joke. She'll get it like a few hours later. She'll be like, "Oh, that's hilarious," and then I'll be like, what are you talking about?"
Basically, that thing you said 4 hours ago, yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah. Basically, when you have to explain a joke to someone, it's no longer funny. It's a common law in any country, in any language, in any culture or religion. If you have to explain a joke to somebody, it's not funny. It's like, yeah, the donkey, you know, donkeys don't have cigars.
We don't want it to go.
Yeah, that's you know that you know it's not funny anymore. That's kind of how that goes.
Mm-hmm.